And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to What's the Dillies podcast. What's the Dillies podcast is a podcast I created to bring the dance community closer together by bringing you behind the scenes and into the minds of my favorite dancers in hopes that it can help you on your dance journey and maybe can help you in your life too. Sweet. So for today's guest, we are fortunate to have 2015 and 2016 back-to-back HHI Adult Division gold medalist. What a mouthful right there. Golly.
Killed it.
2018 World of Dance contestant. Let's go. Representing NZX team and the Bradas, Jackson Tuarae.
Kia ora, guys. Thankful to be here. Thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for asking me to do this.
Sweet.
Appreciate it.
Alright, so honestly, bro, the reason why I got you here is because I think the reason why I got you here out of all the Bradas I could have asked was because I feel like I vibed with you or clicked with you the most throughout all the conversations we've had. And I'm like, yo, fuck, nah, Jackson's cool, bro.
I feel that. I appreciate that.
Yo, and even back in the day, bro, cause you're 21, right?
22 now.
Oh damn.
Jeez.
Hey, let's go. Cause I remember back in the day, I think we were on the same year level.
Yeah.
And I used to think, I used to look at you and be like, bro, fuck, how's Jackson killing it so hard, bro? And I'm like over here, not going anywhere. I'm like, bro, I used to be like that. I was like, damn, bro, Jackson's killing it. All right, sweet. I gotta get my hustle up, you know? This bro's going world stage. Yeah, bro, of course you did.
I blame it on the team around me, I guess. A little bit on my motivation, my self-motivation and my aspirations, but definitely had a good team of people around me as well. That always helps.
Fuck, humble too. Fuck. No, and a Scotch too. Fuck. All right, bro. So I've been asking this question to everybody since 2021 started. So 2020 was a big year. What's one thing you're leaving behind in 2020, and what's one thing you're taking with you to 2021?
One thing I'm leaving behind in 2020 is definitely I built up a bit of insecurities within kind of my movement and what I was putting out there, and I don't know, I guess that was just something that I created in my head, and I kind of realized it was happening because everything I made, I just thought, it's not good enough, or people aren't gonna like this, and then I just realized, that was never the reason why I started in the first place. I don't do this to impress people. I do it because it feels good and because I enjoy it, so it's kind of just getting back to that and just doing it for the real reason why I started. Yeah. And something that I'm going to take from it is, I guess, I connected with myself a lot more in like a deeper perspective, and just really being able to appreciate me for who I am and everything that's got me to where I am as well. So just being grateful for everything that builds you to be who you are and where you are in life, I think. So that's what I'm going to take.
Bro, where did the insecurity start from? Because I think, it's just buzzy for me to hear this, bro, because you're crazy in my eyes, bro, straight up.
Appreciate that, bro. I don't know, I feel like it was a thing that kind of slowly happened over time. It's just maybe I took it too serious, or I was just doing it for the wrong reasons at times, but I guess I wish I knew, but it happened, and I'm just grateful that I at least acknowledged that it was happening and decided to make a change, and I'm getting my confidence back for sure, and I'm just really enjoying everything that I'm doing, which is great.
Yo, that's solid, G. And I saw your latest video of Riley too. That was pretty solid, G.
Yo, appreciate that.
That was tight, bro.
That was fun. That was a fun one.
Bro, so we're just gonna take a little hot topic before we hop into the actual questions.
Yo.
So I don't know if you've seen it, but have you seen royal family getting into the news?
Oh, I think I've heard about it actually. Is this about the fee for?
Yeah.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
So for viewers or listeners out there, so royal family got into the local NZ news for having I guess overpriced audition fees. It was at $200 or something, I believe. I honestly can't remember, but
I think it was 200. Yeah.
So honestly, I don't feel like it's that bad. But how do you feel?
Do you know if it was it a 1-day audition, or was it over a few days with
Oh, that's the thing. I don't even know.
Yeah, because the way I see it is, I guess they've got to filter it somehow, because they're one of the biggest names out there, in terms of a company and what they've achieved. So of course, everybody's gonna want a piece of that, and everyone's gonna want to come and try be a part of it. But not everyone's up to their standard, I guess.
Yeah.
You know? So there's got to be a way for them to filter out who's actually serious and who's not.
Tight.
And also another perspective is, I guess, whoever's teaching or sharing their craft, they deserve, I guess, a little bit of something in return. Whether that's like a fee or I guess scrap that. they deserve a fee for sharing their craft, and I feel maybe 200 is a bit steep, but I mean that's really up to them, you know, and that's where they place their value. And I'm guessing that people still win and people still pay for it. So yeah.
I was honestly a bit weird seeing that.
It's a bit skeptical, but I mean, they make it work, you know, and it's got to be done, I guess. They got their own bills to pay for it as well.
And it's also weird, like when people, I guess, like I think I was reading the comment section of that article as well, and like people were going like, oh man, they're so money hungry and da da da. I'm like, I don't know. In some aspects, I'm like, yeah, that could be true. Like there are kids that go out there and would really like to be in a royal family that like would like it cheaper, but then at the same time, like you're trying to be in one of the best. Yeah,
exactly.
Like royal family ain't no joke, bro. Like how much money do they make off their show? Like maybe 2 mil or over.
Yeah, very prestigious. So much, and if you do get in and you give it your best, like there's a very high chance that you'll get out there quite a bit, you know, get a lot of exposure, and you might get some awesome opportunities. So I guess that's the risk that you have to be willing to pay if you are serious about it. So yeah, it's quite interesting though.
Do you reckon RF does like scholarships? That'd be dope.
I'm not sure actually. That would be dope.
Yeah.
I know that they definitely have a few like maybe favorite dancers that they always put forward. They support because they know that they're capable of a lot, you know. But I'm not too sure about scholarships.
Yeah.
Specifically, yeah.
Oh, okay. Here's an interesting question. Like, do you reckon from your dance journey, right? Have you ever had that thought of I want to join RF?
I've definitely thought about it. Yeah, I definitely have thought about it. I guess what shied me away was I was just really happy with where I was and the people that I was dancing with, and I just had a lot of freedom to create myself, like stuff that I enjoyed doing. And one of my favorite things about dancing is being able to create choreography and seeing other dancers do it, you know, like because everybody has their own style, everyone's built differently, and everyone hears the music slightly differently, and it's just awesome to see people sharing that energy back to you, you know, after you share your craft, I guess. Yeah.
Bro, I like your choice of words, how you said built different, bro. I was just like, yo, this guy's a gamer, bro.
Yeah, we built differently.
This guy's a gamer, bro. He's built different.
All day.
Alright, G. So obviously, if you guys are tuning into this episode, you know that Jackson's most notable for his achievements with the Bradas. But even before that, bro, like how did that even start? Like where did your dance journey start?
I guess my journey started when I was really young. Music kind of speaks to me differently, so I just, you know, like if I hear a song that I like, it just moves my body, and you know, it just feels good, and I like to dance. I really enjoy it. And my parents got me into classes because I just had too much energy, and I was doing handstands around the house, trying to break dance and stuff, you know, being a little kid. And yeah, I really enjoyed the class, and the teachers, they liked having me part of the class. They said that I have potential, which of course felt good. So I was like, I want to see what that potential is. And from there, I never really looked back. I started off at the dance studio, and from there, I had my first crew exclusive, and we competed in 2010 at the World Supremacy Battlegrounds.
How old were you then, bro?
Ooh, 2010 is...
Was that 11?
Yeah,
12?
10, 11, 11, 12 maybe. Yeah, and I did that with Gabe as well. So me and Gabe have been dancing together forever. Me and that guy share a special bond. It's awesome, and I think that's something that's special about the Bradas too, is the bond that we share between each other, and that's why, you know, our studio sessions are always enjoyable, and we always create something that we always we all like to do. You know, we're all proud of it in the end because all of us have our input and have our say in the end product, which is awesome. But yeah, so started off with exclusive. We never really did well at any of the comps because we were all just rookies, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just an awesome opportunity just to get up on stage, and having practiced and, you know, cleaning choreography, trying to look the same as my other team members. And I learned a lot from that. Got to go to Australia and compete over there as well. We came like second to last, but you know, you gotta
Nah, you traveled, bro.
Somehow. Yeah,
you got to experience out of that.
I got to take class from Brian Poosposs, which was awesome.
Tight.
Yeah, that was the.
Do you remember what set you learned from him? What song?
It's on the tip of my tongue. No, I can't remember exactly. I can think of it, but I can't name the song.
Yeah. Do you know artist?
Nah, unfortunately not. Thinking so hard, but I just can't. Funny story from that actually though. After he did a solo at the end of class, and like I just like lost my shit. I was like, took my shoe off and took my band and hit him like on the shoulder. And he like looked in our direction. He looked mad. I was like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm your biggest fan. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Fuck, that's crack up, bro.
But yeah, it was so funny. Awesome experience, and yeah, it was mean to just travel and connect with my crew at the time. I guess that's one of the biggest advantages or best things that you get out of dancing is you really get to connect with a lot of people on different levels, you know, and just sharing that same passion for dance and music is I guess it connects you automatically. And traveling together, you know, you get to know each other well, and you get to make a lot of fun memories, which is awesome. And then so after that, I guess we eventually ID Co became a thing.
Yeah.
So I started jamming with them, and I was part of their mega crew, and we also went to compete at World Supremacy Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
And at the same time, exclusive kind of fell apart, and I started jamming with Excess, and that was when I first got to jam with Riley as well, because that was the crew that he started. And that was awesome as well. That was probably,
when you say that was the crew he started, does that mean like you were all doing your own choreography at that point?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That was probably my first experience where we didn't have like a mentor kind of guiding us every step of the way, because for exclusive we had Simon Watts. He was our mentor and our choreographer, and he was great. He taught us a lot. But just having that, I guess, that responsibility to just hold your own weight, and you know, it was a lot to take on for how young I was, but at the same time I was really willing to, because I enjoyed it, you know. It was awesome. So that year we went and performed in Australia again, and I also had another crew, or it wasn't really a crew, it was kind of like a collective called the Pack. It was between me, Riley, Nathan, and Gabe.
Yep.
So that was something else, you know. We were just creating all these things for us to create and share what we love to do. We just love getting together and making moves to music. That was our thing.
You guys were ahead of your time, G, I reckon, with the Pack. Like I remember I was seeing your Chris Brown Ayo. Yeah, I was like, I was like, oh shit, damn, these guys are crazy, bro. And then like I looked at how old you guys were. I'm like, oh fuck, all right. All right, guys.
Yeah, actually, I used to love making videos and content like that, but I've kind of fallen off a little bit, because I guess I feel like there's a bit of a standard that I have to reach if I'm gonna release something, you know. So it costs money to get a videographer. And
is that a standard that you think, is that a standard you put on yourself, or that you think you've just observed from everybody else? Like,
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's something that I've observed from others, and I'm like, I wanna at least be that standard, you know, or above. I always want to reach higher. That's just something about me, you know.
That's
always trying to do better, not better than others, but
better than yourself.
Specifically, bettering myself. So yeah, that year was quite intense because actually Nathan injured himself right before the performance for the pack. So we had to go backstage and like change everything to just a 3-man performance.
Oh, true.
And they told us that we're not actually allowed to perform, or we're not allowed to compete with 3 people because 4 was the minimum.
Was this right before the performance?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he was practicing a flip. It was so hot backstage, and I don't think he'd been drinking enough water or something. And he tried to do like a round off backflip like layout. And when he was in the air, he just like, I don't know, something just switched in his head and he just fell straight on his dome,
that's scary, G.
And honestly, it was concrete floor with like a little bit of carpet on top of it, and we all heard it, we all felt it actually. You know, we all felt his skull like hit the floor.
Fuck.
And yeah, he was knocked out for a little bit after that, and he had to go to hospital, so that was quite scary. And for us, it like really shook us, you know. That was probably the first experience where we had to learn to, I guess, handle exterior kind of variables that, you know, were playing on our mental, and we just had to kind of focus up for the time being and do what we went there to do, you know, just try kill it off. And I mean, we went on stage, we had a great performance, we all had great fun, and we dedicated it to Nathan, you know, gave us a little bit more fire, but obviously we didn't place well because we didn't have enough team members. We were under the bare minimum, so it was cool to still get up there. And performing with ID Co as well, that was awesome, you know. Being part of a mega crew's really fun because, you know, when do you get to dance with like 30 people on stage, you know? That was awesome, and I got to connect with a lot of people through that as well. And after that, I think it was in 2014, we went to we competed at nationals as ID Co Mega Crew, and we qualified to go represent New Zealand over at HHI, Hip Hop International, and that was my first year having the opportunity to actually go over to America and do that. It's always had been a dream of mine, you know. I'd watched TMC growing up and Sweet and Sour and all the New Zealand crews, and just like, I just thought it was impossible, you know. I thought it was like top tier, like out of my reach, but finally got the opportunity to do that, and we ended up coming third, and it was an unexplainable feeling, just, you know, feeling like you don't even deserve to be there, then hearing your crew called out in the top 3, you know. I jumped, like, I was sitting in my seat and I jumped from my seat, like probably the highest I've ever jumped before. Ran on stage crying. What a feeling.
Holy.
And then after that was actually when the Bradas started. It was on our way home in the van. We were just buzzing, you know. We were like, man, this feels awesome. And I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been Fale or Riley, and they were like, how cool would it be to feel like this and achieve this, but like in a 7-man crew?
Oh,
we looked at each other, and we were like, oh, that'd be pretty sick.
Oh, was it just like all of you guys all in one van, and then
so a few of us were stuck in the boot, and some of us were in the back seat because we were overloaded. But yeah, someone said that, we were all looking at each other like, bruh, that'd be pretty sick. Like, are you kidding, or are you actually serious about this? And then
holy,
we met up when we got back home, and turns out we were actually serious and keen to do it. And we were like, we came to the agreement that if we're gonna come together and do it, we gotta give it everything, you know. We're not gonna just put together a crew just to be forgotten, or just to, you know, come shy of our goals. So we got together, we wrote down everything we wanted to achieve, and we committed to it like full-heartedly, you know. We went cold turkey, no drinking, no partying. We really put our lives on pause for it, and like, it was still our biggest dream was to get a gold medal, because like we got top 3 now and we'd been to Worlds, but you know, that next thing would be to get, you know, first place, just to come back home repping NZ with that gold medal around our necks. And we literally did everything in our power to try and achieve that. And that was an awesome experience. From there, I guess Bradas, we were at that time, Worlds was the only thing in mind, you know. We never had any ideas of what would happen after that. It was kind of just we had that one goal and wanted to achieve it, and we just trained hard for that whole year. For that first year, we trained hard pretty much every day. We'd wake up and have like morning fitness sessions as well.
Damn, bro.
You know, trying to get fit enough just to do our set like easily.
Yep.
Because we found that with when we did IDCO, we were all like wasted, like stuffed after going 100% and doing the choreography. We just couldn't even breathe. So we knew that if we wanted to be like first place material, we had to train like it. So that's what we kind of put on ourselves, and I guess we lived up to it in a way. But of course, everyone slips up here and there. You know, we had a few moments between us as well, like a few disagreements, but I think that actually made us a lot closer and stronger, you know.
True.
Overcoming those, I guess, those little barriers that everyone has, you know. It's just cool that we were able to talk about it and acknowledge it and then move forward from it, because if you don't talk about it, it can just become an awkward situation in the studio, you know, and the energy is a bit off. It's not even worth training at some points when it's like that. So
it's dope that you guys can like just be honest with each other at that point as well, and just be like, yo, I just don't like what is going on here.
Yeah, 100%.
If you don't be honest, then like all that energy just kind of builds up, and then it's like it's like self-destruct, you know.
Yeah
Slow ticking time bomb.
Yeah, definitely a large amount of respect for each other to you know, be able to check up on each other and put each other and put each other in each other's place when needed. So yeah.
What was the difference between the first year and the second year?
Yeah, that's a good question. First year was, I guess, unknown territory to us. You know, we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't know what kind of a chance we had up against, you know, everybody else. I think the year before that, we were looking at the champions. I think it was Brotherhood. And yeah, they were like crazy. They did some amazing things on stage, and I mean, myself, I questioned whether we were like able to compete with them as well, because I knew that they'd be competing again. But yeah, I guess there was a bit of an element of like competitiveness without even knowing them, you know. It's like, well, we got to try our best to, like, you know, outdo them. And then that first year, I guess, like I said, we went cold turkey. We like fully committed everything, probably from like pre-season onwards. I guess you'd call it pre-season, because it was a bit earlier than we started for the second year at least. But yeah, we started really early, and we'd never really looked back, you know. We only looked forward, and we kept every week. We'd recap and we'd be like, okay, are we on track? Like, are we gonna do this? You know, and if we're not on track, then we'd really sit and think about what needs to change or what more we need to do, you know.
Did you only have like you guys to rework the set? Like, did you have a second pair of eyes, or like
Oh yeah, definitely. So being part of IDCO, we had like Josh Cezanne come in and watch the set and give us feedback, and Andrew Cezanne and stuff. Yeah, we had a lot of feedback, even our parents, you know. It's always good. I think it's always good to have a fresh pair of eyes, you know, and get feedback, even if it's feedback that you don't want to take on board. It's just good to hear, you know, other people's opinions and at least think about it. So yeah, that first year we changed our set like so many times.
Oh, true.
Yeah, for the better though. Every time we changed it, I think it got better. I think so. I'd hope so.
Of course, bro.
There's some gems that we'll never see. Nah. But the process of the first year was the best thing for me was when we were just mucking around, you know, trying to come up with ideas or blow ups and, you know, crazy tricks to do on stage. We just have a laugh and oh, what if we do this? Oh, nah, that's not even doable. And then, you know, Connor will try to do it, and he like almost cracks it. We're like, oh, maybe we actually can do this, you know, kind of breaking down barriers, and just realizing that we are capable of more than our brains thought we were, you know. And going to Worlds that year, it felt really different to the first year I went with IDCO, because I just felt like I was in game mode, you know. I felt like I was in X Games mode, or, you know, at the Olympics. Like I was, not just me. When I say I mean like us.
The team.
Yeah, the team. We were locked in. Like it was awesome. We even had like a plan to. We had Nathan's dad. He's like a sports physiotherapist or something like that. And he wrote up a plan for us to adapt to the time zone over there. You know, the time zone difference. We had
that's tight.
After trainings, we'd have like a recovery session in the pools and stuff. We were making sure we were eating well, and everything was kind of just catered to our goals. You know, so
bro, that's insane.
It was awesome to just prove to myself that, you know, I can do all of that, and I have this goal that I want to achieve, and I'm going to do anything to achieve it. And I've got my brothers backing me up, you know, and they feel the exact same. So all I've got to do is worry about myself, you know.
Yeah.
It's an awesome feeling. And then that year performing on stage, our first performance was unreal. Like the crowd reaction, it wasn't something we expected. Of course, it's something we wanted, but like actually receiving that energy from all these people from around the world, it was just unreal. We're like, oh, these people actually, they feel what we're doing, you know. We might have a fighting chance here. And then when we heard the results as well, we lost our minds. We're like, okay, we could actually do this. I think we got second place in prelims.
Oh, true.
Second place in semis, and then first. And
did you change your routine at all from? Oh, actually, what are your thoughts about changing your routine? Like, because I know some teams, they change their routines from like prelims to semis to finals.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of that or not?
Not personally. I don't like changing. I mean, if it's necessary, like if you get some feedback saying maybe there's too much going on, it would be a smart idea to just kind of simplify it, you know, make it a bit more readable.
Yeah.
Take out some moves maybe, or if you can't even make it to the end of the set with energy left, you know, maybe you gotta find moments to pause and catch your breath back, or bring it down for a second. But I kind of disagree with changing like whole songs and sets unless it is necessary. You know, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to trust your gut instinct, I guess. But for us, we kind of just tweaked little things here and there, and refined everything, and made sure that it was foolproof, I guess. We didn't want any. We took chances, but the chances we took, we made sure that it was like at least like 99% success rate, you know. There's that 1% where like you're human, you might mess it up, but we'll do everything we can not to. So yeah, it can be hard changing the set because you know, it applies extra pressure to you going on stage. Like I think it's just a natural thing. Like you're gonna stress out, you know. Like you've got this old version that you've been practicing for whoever knows how long, and then you've just gone and changed it to something completely different. You gotta think about it, you know. I think if you're thinking about what you're doing on stage at that point, I feel like you're not locked in, you know. It's not right. I mean, my best performances, I can barely remember them. I just remember being there, you know, and and just giving it my all, just trying to breathe. That's
what I kind of don't like understand is like when people when crews change their whole sets, I'm like, it's almost like you fold in a way, you know what I mean? It's like you don't trust in your abilities enough to like carry you forward.
Yeah, true that.
And I'm just like, oh bro, but like the set was tight. Maybe if you tweaked it a little bit, but then when they changed the whole song, I'm like, I feel like they just folded it, and then like they're just conforming and they believe in themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen crews go from 10th place to like top 3 without changing their set at all, you know. They just clean it, or they just do it better, you know.
Yeah.
And then there's crews that have changed their whole set and they've done even worse than they did the first time around. So I guess that in itself is kind of saying something.
Yeah.
For
a second year, when you guys went into it, was it the same like intense cold turkey as last year, or how did you guys even find the drive to come back the second year? Because I reckon after the first year, you know, you came off such a high. Like, what was that motivation to be like, let's do it again?
Yeah. I think the main thing for us was all the doubters, like everyone saying, you know, it was a fluke or you guys couldn't do it again.
No way. Who was saying this?
I don't know. I don't want to call it. I don't have any names to call out specifically.
Bro, that's
but it
mad,
was just a general kind of energy going around.
Was it people from NZ?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's even more mud. Yeah. NZ, you're trash, bro. What the hell, bro? That's mud.
That's that tall poppy syndrome,
that's
man.
So
Come
mud,
on,
bro.
guys.
What the hell?
Gotta get rid of that shit.
Yo.
Yeah, but I guess as well, we wanted to prove to ourselves that it wasn't a fluke, you know. Like we just wanted to prove, like, yeah, we did it and we can do it again if we really like put our minds to it, you know. I guess we just didn't have enough of the rush.
That's so bizarre, because like if anybody that knows dance saw your set, like it's hard to say that it was a fluke, because your set was like it was on, bro. Everything was like entertaining from start to finish, shapes every few seconds, like blow ups. I was like, damn.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank
you could tell a lot of hard work went into that, and the fact that people call it a fluke, bro, even I feel angry about that, bro. Shit, bro. Okay, yeah, I kind of feel it. Yeah, I kind of understand your POV. Like, yo, I'd be mad too. I'd be like,
go prove the haters wrong, you know. But yeah, I guess we still tried to go cold turkey, and I guess it wasn't the same as intensity as the first year. Because by this point, a few of us had a few more responsibilities in terms of, you know, like life.
Yeah.
But we still gave it our best, and we still were healthy and training and trying to be fit. Our main focus was going back with, I guess, something that's Bradas, but is quite different. You know, we don't want to go back and do the same thing on stage or something that looks like we've just remixed, you know, what we did, but still trying to make it as entertaining and as impressive as everyone found it the first year. It was really hard for us to find that balance, and I guess find even just the music choice, you know. We really struggled for a long time to find the right, like the perfect kind of vibe for us. But yeah, I guess we spent like definitely a lot of hours in making it work, and I guess it was just a little bit different the second year. We didn't have any expectations of actually coming first. Our mindset was still, we're going to do everything we can to achieve it. But in saying that, when we got awarded the gold the second time round, the feeling, I guess, it wasn't as exhilarating, I guess, you know, because that first time was just like unknown grounds, like, you know, we're kind of just going out on a limb here, just who knows what's going to happen, and our dreams kind of came true, you know, out of nowhere. I wouldn't say it's out of nowhere, we dedicated the whole year to it, but you know, our dreams like really came true. Like for I think every single person in the crew, it had always been a dream to, you know, get a gold medal at the World Hip Hop International. So yeah, that feeling was unreal. We were all crying on stage that first year, and then second year we were just like, you know, the biggest smiles. We were just like, wow, we did it. Second year it kind of felt like a bit of weight off our shoulders, you know, more than like yeah, I guess, yeah, we felt a little bit of pressure, a lot more pressure than the first year.
Damn, really?
Because no one expected.
That's
you know,
right,
we were like on the come up. We came out of nowhere in the first year, so nobody even knew about us. And second year, of course, you know, we were coming back as champions. There's a little bit of pressure there, so yeah.
But could I ask, like, because I remember I was watching you guys on the live stream, and I know for like the first I think it was semis, because you guys went straight to semis, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that year. Okay, so for that year, I remember at the semis, Connor did like 2 front flips at the beginning of your ISO set, but then he nearly caked it, I think. Yeah. So like, does he crack it in practice, or was it just like?
Yeah.
Was that new, or was that something that you came up with recently?
Nah, I think thinking back on it, I don't think he chucked that flip nearly enough times, just because of how hard it is and how kind of, I guess, dangerous it is.
Yeah, hard.
He'd always do at least 1, and then when we're out on the grass, he'd do 2 easily. You know, I never saw him kind of fail like that, actually. But he didn't really fail. He saved it so well. Like,
yeah, hard.
It looked like he was just doing, a little Dougie or something. Yeah, I was so proud that he didn't put his hands on the ground or anything. He saved us from a deduction, but he ended up cracking it in the finals as well. I'm not sure if he actually did 2.
I think he did 1 in the finals, bro.
Played it safe. Fair enough.
But I remember when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, G, Connor's fucking beasted it. I was like, holy crap, bro. Jesus.
Yeah, Connor is crazy. Like he's the one. When we say, this flip would be cool. Maybe if we, had someone do this over there, he'd just go and do it. And they were like, yeah, that's the one. He just chucked his body on the line for the boys.
Hard, bro. Actually, speaking about that, okay. So, what do you think? What attributes makes a good team player, bro?
Honesty, self-respect, and respect for others. And just being able to collaborate, and just kind of step back and admit or realize when maybe your point or what you want doesn't agree with everybody else. Being able to go, okay, well, let's make whatever everybody else wants to work. Let's make that work. Or kind of, I guess, meeting halfway. Just being able to communicate as well is definitely a big thing, because staying silent about how you feel, like we were talking about before, can turn into like a bad energy in the studio, and it can really slow the process down. So just being able to open up and literally just be there, leave. If you got problems in your life, like, of course that's understandable, everybody does, but being able to leave that at the door and doing business, or just being all there in the studio when you are there, that really helps a lot, and it goes a long way.
Was there ever a mediator in the Bradas? Was there ever one person that just like got everybody together when everybody was like just split?
I think it definitely was all of us at different moments. I think Nathan definitely stepped up a lot of times, but he also was going through like quite a bit in his head. He was quite stressed about the whole process, so sometimes Fale would step up and level everybody out and just say, yo, look boys, let's remember what we're doing, why we're doing it. Stop mucking around or whatever, whatever needed to be said. And every time one of the boys would step up and say that, there's that respect was always enough that we could go, okay, yeah, let's just get it. Fuck whatever was happening before, let's get to it. And that is powerful, That's kind of like I guess it relates back to our friendship and our connection as people. We really click and respect each other a lot. So it made the process a lot easier. Yeah.
That's so tight, bro. Because like the way that you explain it is like, well, it's the Bradas are actually like, brothers,
actually brothers, yeah.
Like you guys have each other's backs, and I think that's like really important because, sometimes I think people get into crews or teams for like the intention that they need this team to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And then,
definitely.
But then they don't even like the people that they dance with, or like, and it's like, bro, doesn't that make like no sense, bro? Shouldn't you like at least like the people that you dance with, or like
hard out? Part of our training was like hanging with each other like outside of the studio. Like we went to Riley's batch and Russell, and we'd get up, go for morning runs, and then like have barbies and a few drinks. This was before we started training, obviously. But like just that kind of like bonding is like a big part of it too, because you're a unit when you're on stage. You're not supposed to be seven different dancers. You're supposed to be whatever the name of your team is. You're supposed to be a team. And I think that can show, like, sometimes you have like a few like star dancers or star players that like really stick out, but if the whole team's not on that same level, or they just haven't connected as well, it can kind of show, like you're only as strong as your weakest link. So that was something that we always worked on. We tried not to have a weak link at all.
Hard. The Bradas was stacked, bro. Holy.
Yeah, hard out. amazing guys to dance with. I'm so grateful for everything that I've achieved with them and everything that I've experienced with them too, actually.
Oh, here's a tight one. Okay, what's like one memory that like, oh no, what's one lesson? Because I feel like there's heaps of memories of the Bradas there.
Yeah,
but let's go one lesson that you'll always take away from the Bradas, that you'll take with you for the rest of your life, bro.
You can achieve anything that you put your mind to if you really want it. And there's a lot more to it than that, you know. You got to make sacrifices and you got to actually commit to it and you got to be honest with yourself, but you can achieve anything that you put your mind to with realistic goal setting.
Yeah, tight.
As long as
I
it's
like
realistic, you know, we ain't flying
like
out here.
I like that, bro.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are like, super, nah, you can do anything you want, da da da. But then I like how you added that disclaimer, like, nah, but keep it realistic.
Yeah, you gotta be real. Be real with yourself. That's part of it, you know. Yeah.
Alright, bro. So, I guess, do you ever see the Bradas like coming back? Because I know you guys are on a bit of a hiatus right now. Like, do you guys think you'll ever come back? Like, I guess not competition wise, but at least like creatively wise. Like, where do you think's the direction? Or if you're allowed to talk about it, like, what direction do you think you guys are going forward with now? Or is everybody just like doing their own things?
Yeah, no, it's definitely it's still something that's kind of in the background. I'd love to see it come back and become something bigger than it was before. We took a step last year to kind of expand and we asked a lot more people to come in and meet with us, dancers from other companies and even not just dancers. We asked a few DJs and rappers and just creatives to come and hear what we had to say, and we're trying to kind of turn it into more of like a creative collective of people that share the same kind of aspirations and same kind of goals, and people that are willing to share their energy to the community for the sake of it growing, you know. We really love our country. We really believe in New Zealand a lot. So we just think there's so much talent here that if we're putting our stuff out there, it's going to encourage more people to. And if we can do our part to encourage other people, then we'll be thankful for that. But yeah, going forward, at the moment, we're definitely all focused on our kind of individual goals and our individual lives. But we were training on Sundays last year, once a week, just on Sundays, every now and then, but it kind of fell through because everyone got so busy, you know, and it was just hard to make it work. But we've actually handed leadership over to Riley, so just so that someone can kind of spearhead it and take direction.
Yeah.
So I'm not 100% sure where he's leading us to right now, but I know that he doesn't want it to die out, and neither do I, neither do any of the other boys, you know. We believe that it's something that could support more than just us, you know. That's what we're trying to turn it into now, because I feel like people have looked at us as like a kind of exclusive kind of, you know, group of people, or just a dance crew.
Really?
And we're trying to, we try to break out of that. I guess maybe we got the idea from like the media and people covering our stories and stuff, you know, classifying us as a dance crew, which I guess we are and we were.
Yeah. But
we want it to be more than that, you know. We'd like to build something that is really, that'll be around after we go, or, you know, after we're done or whatever. Yeah. Not sure exactly what that is yet, but something to do with creatives and people that are inspired, you know.
It's tight, bro. That's so weird how people think that like dance crews are exclusive. In a way they are, but then at the same time, like it's kind of like if you want to be in the Bradas, you just have to be a Brada. Like to be honest, like if you want to be a part of like any team that's tight like that, you just gotta actually be their friend first to, like, you know, have that connection. It's not like an audition is all you need to be in a team. Like it needs to be like the right fit, the right person, because if it's not, then that's like one, there might be a great dancer, but great dancing doesn't have like isn't everything.
Exactly, you know? Nah, exactly, you're right, bro. And that's funny because we've never actually had an audition. I don't think it's nothing that we've ever really wanted to do, you know. And I guess that's just because we felt like, I don't know, it was hard to, I guess, find other people that we click with so hard, you know, that share that same kind of bond. And then I guess it got to a point where like we still shared that same bond, but you know, we were all being called to our different corners in life, and we were seeing all these young people, they're like the next generation kind of coming up, and people out there just doing their thing, being inspired, and we just wanted to support it. And we thought that we had, you know, kind of have a name which can kind of contribute to that. And we have an idea, or I guess we've had lots of ideas in the past, like big future goals.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go into depth with that because I don't want to jinx anything. But if we can achieve that, it'll just be really awesome to bring those same like-minded people together in the New Zealand community. Because New Zealand, I mean, we've got a bit of a name for ourselves, you know, in the dance industry, but it's definitely nowhere near what it should be, in my opinion. I feel like New Zealand could be like the LA of dance, you know. People should be flying over here to take classes and to see what we've got, you know, instead of us flying over there and spending lots of money. But yeah.
Actually, that's a good point as well. Like, cause I feel like we do have like fucking crazy ass dancers here. We have like so much to offer. So what do you reckon is the difference between LA and NZ right now, to dance wise?
I was gonna say they're in lockdown.
Oh, yo,
lots of COVID over there. I'd say over in America they have a lot more foundational knowledge, which is something I myself haven't really delved into enough, which is something that I'd really like to do. It's also kind of the reason why I haven't been teaching as much lately, because when the whole BLM movement was going on, it really made me think about I guess the culture that has helped me, you know, find my inspiration. I've taken a lot of inspiration off their culture as well. So I'm grateful for it, and I never want to disrespect it, because, you know, it means a lot to me. So being able to learn, I guess, those fundamentals and actually having knowledge to pass on to people would just be awesome. You know, that to me, that's, you know, teaching more than just moves is invaluable. Yeah.
Where would you like to go actually, what style would you like to pick up?
I'm quite interested. Actually, it's a tough one. I like light feet. I'm definitely keen to get into that. I like light feet. I want to learn more about like kind of like reggaeton, but just like African.
Hey, bro, that's out the gate, bro. I know what I would have nailed for.
I've been dancing with NZX lately, and Kyle's, you know, I've been taught a little bit of it, and I like grooving, you know. It's a real groovy dance style, and like learning how to like move your chest and your hips and just free your body up like that. I think it's like every dancer should know how to do that, you know. Even if you're a guy, like, you know, it's a manly thing to be able to move your body in that way.
Facts,
you know,
bro,
people look at it differently, but if you do it right, like, it's killer, bro. It's sick.
There's one say, do you think you do it right?
Not yet. Nah.
Where do you think your role is in the dance community nowadays, bro? Because I reckon like back a few years ago, you were kind of like what they call it, like a reaching point for a lot of people. Because I remember like the year that you guys broke out, 2015. The next year after that, when I was watching a few competitions here and there, they're like little kids, like, and so inspired by you. They'd do you know, the do it for them. Like they'd put in their own little remixes. Have you seen some of them?
Yo, we saw quite a bit of that actually. Even like regional competitions around New Zealand, we got to go and like do guest performances or whatever, and we saw people wearing like not the same, but pretty much like, you know, the same costume and using the same music. We've even heard people taking like part of our mix, the exact same mix, and jamming it. But I mean, like, it's cool, you know, like, the fact that we reach people in that way, and like they want to go on stage doing that. I mean, I feel special because of that, you know, like we've been, in a way we inspired them.
Hard, bro. And plus that one, like sometimes it only takes that one crew or that one person that's like you can relate to, because you know you guys are from NZ and you're like, oh yo, I want to dance, I want to try it out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that could be their whole start to their journey, bro. Like you might have just started someone's journey.
Yeah, well, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So do you reckon like nowadays, because back then like you're a bit more of a role model, but because Bradas has taken like a bit of a step back, I'd say, just so you guys can focus on your individual things, like where do you see yourself going creatively in the scene right now?
That's a tough one. Yeah, I'm a bit up in the air about it. Like I said, I'm just kind of getting back to the whole thing about enjoying it and kind of, you know, doing me. So I guess just really becoming the best version of myself and sharing the best of my craft. That's all I kind of want from myself, and I feel like everything else will lead onto something else from that, you know, whatever it is. I like to inspire people however I can. I like to make people feel good.
Tight.
You know, because dancing to music makes me feel so good. I feel like everybody deserves to have that feeling. And when I get the opportunity to teach, you know, I do my best to put smiles on people's faces and make sure that they get the choreo, so that when they're doing groups at the end, they're like literally just having fun. They're not trying to impress people, you know. My classes are never about impressing people, and that's not really what I'm about either. But I guess there's always kind of an aspect about that. People want to look good, you know. Even myself, I don't want to put it out if it's not good enough. But yeah, it's not really the main reason why I do things. So I guess where I stand is I'm just trying to do the best for myself, so that people can see me and hopefully they take inspiration from that however they can.
Yeah.
And everybody should be doing the best that they can do, you know. That's just the underlying kind of message there that I think everybody should always take on the chin.
Is there anything that stops you from being the best? Like, what do you think is the main thing that stops you?
Probably just myself, eh? Sometimes I'm lazy. Sometimes, you know, I second guess myself. Sometimes I care too much about what I'm doing, you know. I actually think that sometimes the best material that you make is just when you're mucking around and having fun, you know.
Same.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just too serious.
Fuck.
Come on now.
Not the serious guy.
Yo, what a serious guy.
Alright, bro. I guess to close it off, Jay, is this is the question that I ask all my guests at the end of the episode, which is, if you could say something to the Jackson 5 years from now, bro, like what would you say to them?
Oh, a lot. Nah, way too much. Sorry, bro. I gotta think about this.
All good, bro. Take your time.
What would I say to myself? I guess I'd say, don't take your foot off the pedal, you know. Just go, like, don't worry about what everybody else thinks, and just do you, and do what you like, do what feels best to you, you know. Go with your gut feeling, and don't ever stop chasing your dreams, whatever that is. And I guess, fuck yeah, it's a tough one, eh? Talking out of my ass.
No, all good, bro.
Let me try that. Let me think about it and try that again. Yeah, I guess I'd say, yeah, don't take your foot off the pedal. Like, just go balls deep into whatever you want to achieve, you know. And also, you don't have to take every opportunity that comes your way, because it's not necessarily the best thing for you always, you know. You got to take time for yourself, and you got to work on yourself in all aspects of life. You can't just be a good dancer and that's enough, you know. You got to You got to do your best in all aspects of life. So I guess I'm trying to live up to that as best as I can, but I slacked off when I was younger, that's for sure. But yeah,
sweet.
Continue to do what you love.
All right, sweet as. That concludes us for this episode. First of all, just like big thanks to Jackson for having me, bro. Cause like I've always like vibed with you and respected you, like, and what you've been able to achieve, bro. And like the thing is, you're the type of person where like I feel like you've done so many crazy things, bro, but like you're still just like you're able to like just chill out and just be like, nah, I'm so good, you know, just humble. And I'm like, yo, fuck, I respect that real hard, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
So yo, thanks for having me. And yeah, bro, this is like the last slot, so you can just plug yourself for our Spotify listeners. Just plug yourself, where to find you, any up and coming projects you have coming up, and yeah, this is your last time.
Kia ora. Yeah, you can find me on all social media, just Jackson Tuarae, Tuarae. That's my last name. Upcoming projects, I don't have anything set in place at the moment, but I'm definitely planning on creating more content to put out and just sharing my craft and what I love to do. Yeah, stay inspired, love yourself, love the people around you. Aroha nui.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Peace.